call them out, but Capitory and Burkina Faso, as their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
That's very good. They even managed to prove to all of Africa, to the whole world, that they are liars. When they want to attack a country, they paint the country as they wish. They say what they want about the country to make everyone hate it and to push through what they want. We let Gaddafi die. Here are the consequences. Dictator, he did this, he did that, according to their organizations.
Hello, guys. Welcome to So. My name is Xavier. What is actually happening in La Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast? Is there a coup d'etat? Has the government been overthrown? Let me give you all the gist and the true happening within that jurisdiction. Ivory Coast is in West Africa, a country that is bordered on the eastern side by Ghana and then on the northern belt by Burkina Faso and Mali. Okay, that country is behaving now as a spy on the neighboring countries. You know that there is coup d'etat in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and they form the Sahel nation. Now, France is trying every means to enter those nations. They are unable to use Ghana, they are unable to use Togo or Benin. Ivory Coast is now the main transit point to enter into either Burkina Faso or Mali. Recently, the commander in AFRICOM, General Michael Langley, in a statement said that Burkina Faso leader Ibrahim Traoré is using the resources or the gold in that country to his personal protection instead of the benefit of the country. That has created a huge outcry across the world with protests saying that leave Burkina Faso alone or leave Ibrahim Traoré alone. Okay. They are trying every means to enter into that country. And so recently, outcry over social media that, okay, the government has been overthrown. There is coup d'etat, videos upon videos. Now, we did a thorough check on all the videos, and we've seen that some videos are from Burkina Faso. Some of them are actually out of Africa. Shooting videos, night shooting videos, people on the street. The Ivorian crowd pictures are actually from the AFRICOM. People jubilating that the Ivorian nation has won their matches during the AFRICOM games. People are just circulating all sorts of videos on social media saying that the government has been overthrown. The truth story in that is that there hasn't been any overthrow. There was no coup d'etat in Ivory Coast. According to them, the country is currently stable. There is stability in the nation. But what is actually going on in terms of the political field? Recently, Michael Langley visited Ivory Coast. It was a hearty conversation between the Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara and Michael Langley. And according to them, AFRICOM has a base. The US have base in most African countries training soldiers. They call it partnership between African Army and then the US Army. They train soldiers. They interact with a lot of combat training on various fields in the military. Now, they said that they want to use Ivory Coast as the lead in fighting security on the block. Remember, I called Michael Langley recently as the Black Plantation Manager. What they normally do is to pick one African country, a group, a section of the people, to make them feel that they are better with them and then they are better than other people in the region, and so they will be using those people as a threat or as a spy on the others. The issue of the overthrow of Thomas Sankara, the former leader of Burkina Faso, happened through La Côte d'Ivoire. Now on Ibrahim Traoré, they are trying to use the same myth. Ivory Coast nation, back in the year 2023, in the UN, they begged UN that the United Nations to help them with drones that they can use to fight terrorism. There is a lot of terrorism in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Terrorists, the hijab group, they are all over there killing people, taking communities for hostage. Those people are not well equipped with drones. They only use guns and then motorbike and armor vehicles. We don't know where they come from, but those are the equipment that they use, local manufactured guns, and some of them use foreign manufactured guns as well. Those are the terrorist group fighting in those zones. Recently, Burkina Faso has entered into an agreement with Turkey to train the local soldiers in Burkina Faso how to use drone. So they are using drone to fight terrorism in the zone. We know that the terrorists are not using drone, and so Burkina Faso is now using drone to fight those terrorism. Recently, in the security meeting with the ambassador of US US residing in Ivory Coast, they said that they are now going to establish a military base in Ivory Coast. They are, considering a lot of countries in the zone, and then Ivory Coast is the ideal place, and they are the ideal country to lead the security fight in the sub-region. So they are going to establish the base over there. They are now searching for key locations that they will establish the US drone zone, where they will be training soldiers how to use drone, and then they'll be flying their drones in those areas. And the perfect location that they are seeing to establish the zone is the northern belt of La Côte d'Ivoire, or the northern belt of Côte d'Ivoire. The northern belt of Côte d'Ivoire is the border between Côte d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso, and as well as Mali. Côte d'Ivoire's northern belt is bordered with Burkina Faso and then Mali. Establishing US drone base in the northern belt of Ivory Coast would be an easy way to enter into Burkina Faso and Mali. Those two nations are part of the Sahel nations that France is not actually happy with. Why would you, a country in Africa, ruled by African, who has an African at heart, La Côte d'Ivoire, allow your nation to be used to establish the US drone zone in your northern belt, that they can enter into your neighboring countries that the West are hunting after? Are we seeing another Blaise Compaoré coming out of La Côte d'Ivoire? Those are the questions that citizens of Africa are asking all over. It's all across social media. People are saying that La Côte d'Ivoire should not allow themselves to be used again by France and America to overthrow the leaders in Mali and Niger or Burkina Faso. The main target is Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. They want to use Côte d'Ivoire again as an entry point into the nation, and therefore they want to now establish a military base in the northern belt of La Côte d'Ivoire. Those are the reasons why people are not happy with the government of La Côte d'Ivoire, and that is fueling those propaganda and those speculation across board that there is coup d'etat happening in La Côte d'Ivoire. Actually, there's no coup d'etat, but the people wish there will be a coup d'etat. We are not in support of it. We want peace to reign. We want Africans to be the friends of one another. We want you to be your brother's keeper. Military base from US in any African zone is not for the interest of the people. It's just for the American interest. Michael Langley in the Senate in America said it loud and clear that they want their military base in Africa for influence. That is it. Watch this video.
Why we care about what's happening in Africa right now. Why are we spending the money we're spending there?
For access and influence. I'd say that a number of countries are at the tipping point of actually being captured by the Russian Federation, as they are spreading some of their false narratives across Libya. And from a strategic answer piece, access and influence across the whole Maghreb, that is NATO's southern flank. We need to be able to maintain access and influence across the Maghreb, from Morocco all the way to Libya. The PRC and Russia are also remaining exploitative where possible and coercive when necessary. They want that ground. They want power projection capabilities. So for the most part, the rest of the continent is also for mining concessions, whether it be gold or rare earth minerals. Both of them have a long-range plan. But I think at the accelerated pace, Russian Federation is really trying to take over Central Africa as well as the Sahel.
Yes, you see it right there. They just want an influence in the African zone. That is it. Because they've seen that during all the coup d'etat happening within the Sahel region, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, you see the flag of Russia being waved all across. People now see that Russia is supporting those Sahel nations. And so Russia coming to Africa is a threat to them. Though they are not bothered to Africa, America is far away from Africa. But they don't like Russia, anything good happening to Russia or anything good happening to nations within the East. And so Russia having relationship with African countries is a threat to US for God knows what the reason is. So they are trying every means to kick Russia out by installing a president that can be in alignment with the American ideology. That is the reason why they want to establish the US base in those nations, especially at the belt that you can easily pass through and enter into the Sahel nation. We want peace in Africa. In our view, we are not promoting any hate. We are not promoting any agenda political instability. We are not promoting it, but we want Africans to be in support of one another. Let the West stay off Africa. As you are saying it, they are not also not sleeping. They are also staging their plans day in, day out. They are not sleeping. They are plotting ways to assassinate the leaders that are in the Sahel region. You also need not to sleep. You also need to continue your fight for the Sahel region by posting, by saying, by doing the videos, by liking and commenting on our videos and sharing it, that yes, we are well awake. What happened to Thomas Sankara, what happened to Colonel Muammar Gaddafi will not happen this time around, because the youth are ready to support their leaders that are doing good for the people of Africa. My name is Xavier. This is also and so the happening within Africa, the geopolitical views within Africa. We brought you here on so and so. But for now, out.